Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the haul of my trip to the vintage toy show called Toyplosion. Yeah, so I went to this toy show in the other part of Germany, but at least it was like reachable from me. So I spent the weekend there. It was last weekend, and so the vlog or the toy hunting video is up, so I can put it here if you haven't watched it, but you could also watch the whole part first and then go to this other video. This convention or toy show, I never really know what the difference would be, was really cool because it was almost like just like vintage toys. A lot of the boy toy lines, action figures. It was marketed as an action figure börse or action figure show, but I was correct. There were vendors that had girl toys and I bought a lot of them. I also picked up a couple of the more action figure line stuff. So in this video here I want to show you everything that I got like up close. So let's start. I think I'm not really go like super chronological through all of the stuff when I picked up what, kind of grouped it together a little bit, and I'm gonna start with the first thing that I like saw and needed to have which is this My Little Pony wall clock. So a G1 vintage My Little Pony merchandise item. My Little Pony is my favorite toy line, especially the first generation, and like it's my main focus in collecting. And of course I also want to collect like the merchandise products, and I don't really see them out that often because like it's hard enough to find anything G1 My Little Pony like in the wild for me. I mean, online I could maybe search for stuff like that, but also I don't think it comes up very often. And this is original from, I think it has a date, I mean it says 1990. It shows the pony raspberry jam from the Sweetberry ponies. It is even in the correct pose, so they really kind of mimicked this the toy. It's not just a normal artwork. So there it is. And I'm so happy. It is one, I think this design, the company who made them was Xeon. I think I'm not sure, but it might be a UK company or something. But it says worldwide, blah, blah, blah. But UK patent, blah, blah, blah. So I think the company that made these clocks, they also made a lot of alarm clocks with My Little Pony. And this exact like kind of layout, let's say it like this, was also released with a couple other images. Some that were reversible, where you could like change the picture to another picture, so turn it around. This one's just this one picture, and I mean I was really happy. Some people in my my toy hunting video said like, ooh, the prices at this convention, oh my goodness. I mean, they are not flea market prices, they are convention prices. So I paid like, I mean, I bundled a lot from this vendor. She was super nice. She also said she watches my videos, so hi if you're watching. I was so happy when I saw your booth like with all of this amazing also girl stuff. So I needed to have this. 25 euro was actually kind of okay for me. So for something that I never see, I will never run across one of these at a flea market. I mean, I say that now and maybe I find it tomorrow when I actually go to the flea market. It works, by the way. I put a battery in it, so this is the actual time I'm filming the video. Extremely happy. But she had so many other amazing things. And let's get to the big ticket item that I actually didn't even pick up at the beginning. I saw it immediately at the beginning and she wanted 50 for it, and I was like, I don't know, blah blah blah. And then I picked up a couple other things, bundled them together, and kind of forgot about this. But then I saw it every time I walked past by her booth again, and I saw that it wasn't sold, etc. And I, like in the end, when the the show was almost over, we talked again, and she said, well, she actually would give it to me for 20, which is like, thank you so much. So this is amazing. This is a My Little Pony game. So it's called Merry-Go-Round Game. The box is in really nice shape. I mean, there are a couple of, you know, ink splatters here because, I mean, it's a stamper game. There's ink involved. Has the same picture all over, so there's no really artwork of ponies or anything. It says it was made in Fürth, so West Germany. But it is in English, so it doesn't say My Kleines Pony, it says My Little Pony, and all the instructions and everything are in English. So this was probably a worldwide or at least a European-wide release, I'm pretty sure. I definitely want to show you like this game. So at first we have these styrofoam inlays, and we have the sheets that you would use for the game. You have all of the cards, and here is it, the main piece of the game. First of all, want to show you the beautiful artwork at the sides. We have all sorts of G1 ponies, more like the early ponies. We've got Cherry Strubbily, we've got Gusty and Applejack and Sprinkles and Duck Soup, and the waterfall playset. We've got, is that Pinwheel, Posy, the Dream Castle. This might be Cotton Candy. I think there we've got Glory and Blossom and Medley and Bowtie, and here's the My Little Pony logo again, and Tickles is there. There we've got Heartthrob and Moon Dancer and Powder, so many ponies. So, and the game itself is this thing. It is like, I don't know what you call them. In German I would say Brummkreisel. So, and you have these 4 pony stampers. They are actual stampers. They were the kind of stampers that had ink in them. They're not really working anymore, a tiny bit, so not really, but they have ponies on there. Do they actually have the same pony? No, they actually have different pictures of ponies on there. I doubt you can see them very well because of the ink. It looks really dark. Oh, there you can see something. So, laying Posy, and I think the stamper pictures are also meant to be the actual ponies that are meant to be these figurines, because they have even symbols. So this is meant to be Cherry Strubbily, which makes sense because of the color. This is meant to be Heartthrob. We've got a Pegasus, and this is also what this picture is probably meant to be. And we've got Medley here, also a Pegasus, and as I said, this is Posy. You can almost see also the little tulips here. And yeah, you play the game in a very, very easy way. It's like explained on the inside of the carton here. So I read through it. I immediately understood how to play it. It's an easy game, but I'm sure it's really fun. I mean, it's easy for little children to understand. It's best to be played with 4 players, obviously. You have these cards, and you have always 4 of the same cards. We've got 4 of Cherry Strubbily, 4 of Heartthrob, 4 of Posy, and 4 of Medley. So the same ponies that like are shown here at the stampers. And everyone who's playing gets each of these cards. So 1 Cherry Strubbily, 1 Heartthrob, 1 Posy, and 1 Medley. And would have these cards, And each round you could like choose one of the cards and put it in front of you closed so that the others can't see it. And then one of them is like, you know, doing the spin around, and it stops. And you can see it, it's here, it stopped at orange. So if you were lucky and you had put the orange card, so the Cherry Strubbily card, I didn't, I put Posy, for example, but let's say I'm lucky and I had put this Cherry Strubbily card, and I can say, hey, there you go, I have this card, it was orange, I get the stamp. So I would take the orange stamper and put it on my sheet. Every one of the players has this sheet, and would put the stamp here. there are 8 places to put the stamps, and the first player who has like all of the 8 stamps on it, it doesn't matter which of the stamps. You could have like 1 medley stamp and 7 posy stamps. That's not the issue. But first one who has all of the 8 stamps wins. Or you can play by, you know, time. So you say, we just play for 5 minutes. Who has the most stamps at that point or something. And it's so fun. It's just like, it's so easy. There you go, pink, yellow. So it's such a cool piece. I don't have anything like it. There is a very, very famous My Little Pony game, the you know, the Dream Castle game, Traumschlossspiel. That's always so expensive when it shows up, so I never really pulled the trigger. I've never even seen this one for sale anywhere, so I didn't know really it's existing or something. I think maybe I have seen it or something, but like not really, was not really on my plate to really search for it. And I mean, when would I come across something like this? Definitely not at a flea market, definitely not in Berlin at a flea market. It's from 86 or something. Wait, it did have a date somewhere. 85, it says 85. So right in the middle of the My Little Pony line, and this is such a wonderful piece. And as I'm kind of getting into, you know, boxed play sets, it kind of can go with them. So I also picked up a ton of these My Little Pony magazines from her. She had them priced at €1 per piece. Like, how could I resist? Because there were actually quite a lot that I was missing. I mean, I have a lot of them. This magazine ran from 87 up until 93, end of 93. And I have almost like all of them from 93 and 92, a lot of them from 91, a couple from 90, and then I don't have like 89, a couple, 88 I don't have any, I have a couple of from 87, so like that is in between in the early to mid range from when it was released. I'm still missing a lot of them. I have 2 big folders full of them, but still. I'm just gonna go like run through the covers so that you can see which one I picked up. So this is the only one that I found from 88. Actually, I would like to have more from 88, but this was also one that I was so excited to see. I always wanted to have this one because of the beautiful cover art with my precious flutter ponies. So the ones that have this kind of square like format here are the earlier ones. So for example, this one from 87. And then there are a couple ones that have like heart cutouts or like just like these. I have none of them. Again, we have one that has this like a door or something. An earlier one again. When is this one? 89. It's a Christmas issue. This one is actually one that I have, but mine is in really bad condition, and this even still has the little, I don't know, advertisement that it has now 4 pages more. So I picked this one up again. Mine it's almost falling apart. This is probably my favorite cover. It's for Easter and it shows the Twice as Fancy ponies. Oh, my heart. This is so beautiful. And then I picked actually up 2 doubles of this one and of this one. Just for the reason, because I've now like 15 issues and I was like at 13 issues and I was like 13, what a stupid number. So I just picked up 2 doubles just for the reason, like, I don't know, I can trade with a, you know, US My Little Pony collector at one point or something, because these are German and they are also European exclusive. So the US citizens didn't have any of these issues, not at all. The comics come from the UK, so the comics that are in there, they were done by the UK, and the UK had very similar magazines. Like for example, Italy or something had different magazines. These are the German ones, but the US didn't have anything like it. Just gonna show you like one specific thing out of them. Where is it actually? Yeah. The 88 issue. Actually the one before, so this is 11, so the November. I really want to have the October issue, It's my birthday month and I was born in October of '88. But the cool thing is, I mean, this already here, can you see it? It shows the German exclusive Regentropfen as a raindrop. And the October issue would show the like German exclusive Nachtlicht, so nightlight. Very, very thought after pony, which I don't have, but it's my birthday month and my real birthday, October of '88, so that's the magazine I really want to have. I haven't found it yet, so, but at least I've got the November issue with Raindrop. Okay, let's continue. Did I pick up more from her? I actually don't know your name. We didn't really exchange names or anything. Yes, I did. For example, this little girl. I am not huge into toddler dolls. This isn't even a toddler doll. I would more say it's a baby doll. I'm absolutely not into baby dolls. But this goes to a toy line that I actually really like. It's the PJ Sparkles line. I don't know, behind me, I mean, I at least can get out my favorite one from the PJ Sparkles line. For example, this girl here with the soft bodies. So they all have kind of a light up feature. I don't have the big first PJ Sparkles with a, you know, sideways big pink bow, but I have the Starbright Sparkles, and now I have baby Sparkles. This is something that I was always hoping to find one day at the flea market, because all of my PJ Sparkles and also the Little Miss line, all of them are from flea markets. And that's why at first I was like, not gonna pick her up, because like I could probably find her one day at the flea market. But then she told me the price, that she was €5, and I was like, I'm not gonna find her for €5 at the flea market, because some of mine, like my Starbright Sparkles, for example, was like 7 at the flea market. I paid €7, so like, and she's in pretty good condition. She has her outfit, so she is really like a baby doll, also from the way her legs are. She isn't able to stand. She is a doll that you could better sit. But like with original outfit, she didn't come with shoes. She came with these, I don't know, slippers that are actually connected to the little jumpsuit, so that's good. Looks like she has a bib around, but this is like on it. So she really has this one piece of clothing, and she had it. I think she is missing the little stars in her eyes, so these are like concave. There would be little, you know, rhinestones or something in, but like she is still super pretty. Look at this super light, you know, blush, and she has tinsel hair. She has really short hair, which is correct. So I didn't do very much about it. I just washed it once, but she wasn't really dirty. She just had a little bit of surface dirt and some white, I don't know what it was, residue over here. This line is from Mattel. Like PJ Sparkles line ran from '88 up until '91. So all of these dolls, the ones with the soft body, there's the horse that you can see behind me, this one, and the 3 big, like hard plastic or whatever, rubber plastic dolls. I don't know when this one was directly released, but her head says '89, so I guess 1990, that's when probably she was released. All of these dolls have a light up feature, and she does as well. There's one giant battery to put in her like back. I did that, and I'm not sure if you're gonna see that at first, but what you're gonna do is, first I was like, where is the where is the button to like, no. What you would do with her is she would come with a bottle. I don't have a bottle, but it's like when you would feed her with a bottle, or when you would give her like a smooch and her head would get back, then she starts sparkling. I think I'm gonna turn out the lights a little so you can see that even better. So earrings, her heart, and her crown are lighting up. I have the feeling sometimes it's just her earrings and her heart. You see, then the crown is not. This was just really short, and now it's the crown again. I don't know if there's a like rhythm when everything lights up and when not, but I mean, I don't know. I still don't have a, you know, like real big love for baby dolls or something, but like she goes into that line, and I definitely have to rearrange everything behind me in this cabinet. Maybe I have to take out the plushies to get a spot for her, but I mean, yeah, she is, she's interesting and she belongs into that line. Let's put her here. So for €5, of course, of course I got her. One more thing that I got from this vendor, yeah, I put together a big pile because she had so many amazing things. She had more than I could have bought. She also had like doodle pets, like in box still. She had like boxed Polly Pockets or like Disney Polly Pockets and stuff like that. And she had probably so much more before I came to her, but whatever. Something that immediately caught my eyes was this Barbie. She's big, right? Yeah, because this is not your normal 11-inch Barbie fashion doll. This is a, I always want to say my size. No, there are also my size Barbies, but those are even bigger. This is a super size Barbie. She is from the late 70s, so she has already the superstar face. So she is a superstar, super size doll, but there were no dolls of that size before they turned to the superstar face. So she's from 77, I would directly say. So her head marking says 76, sorry. And then the next year, so she was released together the same year as the normal superstar Barbie, the first one that had this face. And yeah, there were a couple of these. So I think, I cannot really tell, but probably this is the normal one that came with a silver outfit, like a silver kind of bathing suit and a long straight silver of different glittery fabrics like skirt. There was one, the super size bridal doll, so in a wedding gown. I don't know if this was released later or not, and there was also a quick curl version in this size. So I don't know, let's grab a doll that you would expect the normal Barbie size. So there you go. She is, no, not double the size, but I don't know her inch. maybe if I know how many inches she's tall, I will put it here. But I would say like 40 centimeters or something like that, around, maybe even bigger. It is very hard to come across fashions for these, because I mean there were just not even a handful of dolls released in this size, and never again. I mean, there is, in the 90s they released a similar big, similar sized doll with a soft body, but just a normal Barbie face. It's the Pretty Dreams Barbie. I have that one, but you cannot really compare because she's got a real like doll body here. And for this Barbie, there were also no separate fashions released. There were a couple of super-sized Barbie fashions, but like they're crazy expensive. Even these dolls are pretty expensive when I see them online. I mean, I've never seen one for sale from Germany, so I was really surprised that I found her at this German toy convention. She probably was released here, but like it's really rare to see one. I've never seen one before. Interesting. Her legs, I mean, very beautiful, but they are hard plastic. So they are not like, you know, your bend and snap legs. They have a little bit of a stance already. So this one looks a little bit like more bent and this is more straight. I don't even have shoes for her. It looks like she is like has a pedicure, but I think but I know the girl whoever was the owner of this doll just played with her and put this on. I could get this off, but I actually don't even want, because it's kind of cute that she has nail polish on. So hard plastic legs, very, very interesting waist, different, not just a normal twist and turn waist, more actually like a ball joint. So very similar to what you would know from your 90s girls that have the kind of gymnast body. And she has kind of the same bent arms like a superstar Barbie. The same function. Mine is pretty loose, so some this is kind of loose, and some of the legs are pretty loose, and the waist is but like, yeah. And her head is also ball jointed, so really nice. I put these earrings on her now. They are not Barbie earrings, they are actually normal normal human earrings, but she is kind of big enough to really fit normal earrings. So I could put also a ring on her if I would find another nice small earring. Her hair is cut, I'm very sure. It doesn't look bad because it's even very evenly cut. And I just put this nice little hairstyle. It looks nice and tidy because, you know, 70s and also 80s dolls often are very sparely rooted. So in between here you can actually see there, they just don't have a lot of plugs of hair. So also in the front here, there was also something like I needed to put this pretty much down. And if I didn't put the strength like over this, there were a lot of like very you could see the single plugs, and that didn't look good. So this hairstyle looks best on her. I think originally she had a little bit more wavy hair, but well, it was longer, so wavy hair with this short length. I said, nah, gotta leave it straight. I'm not the biggest fan of her outfit. This is not an original Barbie super size outfit. It has these ugly white velcros at the back and doesn't even really fit her. It's not a nice material, and I'm really not here for red and black together. I will probably not find an outfit for her immediately. On the look for it, maybe one day. And in the meantime, I guess I really have to sew something for her. I mean, I'm a seamstress. I can make fashion for me and cosplay and all of that. So I will be able to make something for her. I just don't know when I find the time, and also don't really have an idea what to put on her. I want to put something silver because her original dress was silver, and something elegant. So something similar to what she was wearing originally, without really making it a reproduction or something. Just see what I feel. So she's one of my favorite pickups because, like, I mean, in the end I didn't pick up a lot of Barbie stuff, but this is a big Barbie, and it's something that I probably will not find at the flea market. So let's continue with something else Barbie related. It's not chronologically here, but this is the only little pamphlet that I picked up from this huge Italian vendor booth there. He had the coolest like toy fair catalogs from like all toy companies, from Mattel and Hasbro and Tonka and Kenner and Playmates or what Woo! And whatever, and so many of these, you know, Barbie pamphlets and even Lady Lovely Locks and all of that, but they were so pricey, guys. Like for a little Barbie pamphlet, like 25. Wow. For these dealer and toy fair catalogs, like 300 or 100. So I just wanted one piece at least, and I decided for this little pamphlet from the Barbie line. Obviously here you can see it, and it's in Italian, so that's why I was like, I want to pick up at least one thing. So it says 84. It still shows the original Superstar Barbie here with probably some outfit packs, which I cannot identify because, you know, Spain and Italy, and they had partially different like fashions, and also partially the dolls look different. In here you see some of the different Malibu Barbie lines in the swimming pool. There is a vanity or something, you know, and there's Crystal Barbie. I really like this, and when you look at this, she looks different than the normal Malaysia or Taiwan Crystal Barbie would look like. I'm pretty sure that this is, I mean, the company that produced or like probably like released them or whatever, Mattel, and so it says Giocchi, so it's the nowadays I think known as Giocchi Preziosi, but I don't know, I don't think that this is a that shows here in Taiwan or whatever Barbie. I think this looks like the Congost produced in Spain, which would make sense that these were then also sold in Italy, because her face looks very different to the normal crystal Barbies that I know. Yeah, crystal Barbie. I don't have her. I have her complete outfit. This is actually everything, but it's cool because it's all in Italian, and it's something that like this you wouldn't see here. So one little piece of this very cool array of paperwork. Yeah, and one more Barbie thing. Where are they actually? Here. And My Little Pony also. From another vendor I picked up 2 cassette tapes. You know, I'm huge into vintage cassette tapes that have these children's stories, these audio cassette tapes with, you know, stories on it. And I love these from Barbie. I was happy to find one that I didn't have, number 4, what the tennis match. And here is one from My Little Pony that I don't have or didn't have yet, number 13. Sause schnell unter der Zirkuskuppel, so like Sundance at the circus. And this is from 87, and this is from 89. The very cool thing, well, I'm actually listening to that one right now, that's why it's not in here. I'm halfway through this one. But the cool thing about the My Little Pony ones, they always have kind of a big booklet where you could color a pony or something, which is funny. It says the wrong name because it says Weinträubchen, which is actually sherbet, but the pony shown here is actually Cocoberry, so Schokostückchen in German. You wrote the wrong name. But no, what I really find interesting is the child whom this belonged to wrote the name here. And can you read it? It says Mario. So the original owner of this My Little Pony cassette tape was a little boy. There you go. It's not just for girls, especially because Sause schnell, so Sundance in the German audio cassettes has a male voice actor, so it's kind of a male character. So My Little Pony is also for everyone, not just for girls. I would say let's get over to some of the boyish toys that I picked up. Or let's first introduce this t-shirt here. Yeah, I was so happy to finally meet Ed's Retro Geek Out. He has been one of my favorite YouTubers for like the last, I don't know, 3 or whatever years. I think I found out about his channel in 2020. Like right when Corona hit, and I binged all of his older videos and whatever it is. He's from Belgium, so I was always hoping one day to at least be like able to meet him at a toy show or convention or whatever, and it worked out. It was super nice, and of course I wanted to buy one of his t-shirts. So this is his logo, and yeah, I'm not someone who wears a lot of black, but this is colorful enough for me, so I definitely put together an outfit today to match this, even my nails. So so this was like immediately I knew I wanted to buy this t-shirt. And he had a little booth there, so he also brought some of his toys that he has double. He picks up lots and just picks out what he needs, and then the rest he sells. So I picked up this, and I think this from him. So first and foremost, these amazing neon turtle stickers. They're puffy stickers. I'm pretty sure they're original, although the artwork looks a little strange. He had a lot of them, and he kind of, you know, threw this in with my purchase that you can have them. So they will definitely go onto my, you know, one of my the sides of one of the shelves where I have most of, you know, the colorful action figures. And then I picked up Montana from Masters of the Universe, a Gnarly from the Rock Lords, and this is the Taco Terror character from the Food Fighters toy line. So let's start with Montana. So Masters of the Universe, that was actually kind of the main focus of this toy show. He-Man, you know, that's the main, like everybody who is when you think of an 80s retro toy line for boys, the first thing that often comes to your mind would be He-Man, right? And this was probably also what you saw the most. And here and there, I pick up these characters when they are like crazy enough. So I'm not huge into, you know, I don't need these characters that are just humans from that toy line, but these crazy like beasts and all of that. And Montana was one that I kind of wanted for a while now. And he has this, oh my goodness, this baby. Yeah, better. Has this funny feature that he has this lever here and you can make his eyes like grow. This is from 1985, so it is from the 4th wave. Came with the you know, the evil Horde, so Hordak and all of these characters. So technically it's one of the enemies from She-Ra. So it's in the She-Ra cartoon, not in the He-Man cartoon, but the evil characters from the She-Ra cartoon were released in the He-Man toy line. So Montana, funny little character, or little not, but I actually own a little like rubber, like or eraser of this character already. So like I'm happy to have now the figure. You know, he looks not this typical, you know, muscular body. He has a little bit of a different body, and actually he would have like 4 legs, but I kind of lumped them together, so it just looks like 2, but it's actually 4 legs. I don't know, he's just super funny. I'm happy that I saw him at Ed's booth, because I saw him at a couple of other vendors for like 18 or something like that, and he was 10, so like, yeah. I've always really liked these little gnarlies. I think I've also pointed them out in, I don't know, when I was toy hunting in the UK. They belong actually to a toy line called Rock Lords, which itself is a spin-off of the GoBots toy line. So GoBots are similar to Transformers, you know, transforming robots, but it's a different toy line by a different company. And they had a spin-off toy line called the Rock Lords, where it's not cars transforming into robots, but it's rocks transforming into robots. So when you have them together, it really just looks like a rock in a different color. You have your gray rocks, or you have your, I don't know, golden rocks. And then when you can, then they turn into robots. But for whatever reason, they have these little sidekicks. I just say sidekicks. I don't know what they in the storyline would do, but they are called the Gnarlies, and they all look like kind of animals that have these furry, I don't know, puffs on them. This one's called the Gnarlizard because it's more like a lizard. For me, it looks more like a snapping turtle, to be quite honest, with the face. But there's like ones that look like an elephant, and it's called, I don't know, I forgot the name, or like a alligator or something like that. They always have these gnarly gator or gnarly fant or something like that. They have a wheel underneath their body, which I didn't know, but when you would, you know, roll them at the bottom, they would, you know, move. Doesn't always work at every surface, so I'm pretty sure that doesn't really work here. No, it doesn't. They are from 1986, I think. Is that what I wrote down? Yep, 86. So this whole toy line was not super, like it didn't last for very long, I think. And I don't know how, successful it was. But there's like 9 also of these little gnarlies, and they are fun. And I picked the one that was the most colorful. So, you know, I like to have like one example of different toy lines where I'm not gonna go very much deeper into the toy line. So same as with this guy, it's from the Food Fighters. It's a Mattel toy line from the late 80s, so he's from 88. And you know, really, they are all looking like different types of food. So not Foo Fighters, not the band, Food Fighters. I mean, clearly probably a word joke on the Foo Fighters. But yeah, they're different kind of food from the kitchen. And there's 2 factors, and they're battling against each other. So you have like, this is a taco, and it's called Taco Terra. but you have your pizza and you have your French fries and you have your donut and you have your whatever, cookie, etc. So I've always said, like, if I find one, they are just crazy. It's a very strange toy line. Also One Wave, a couple of, like, you know, not really playset. I don't think that the playset wasn't even released, the refrigerator, but like, you know, vehicles that look like an egg carton, etc. So just super, like, weird but funny action figures. I had no idea that they are this squishy. They feel like, you know, a chewy toy for a dog or something. Then they have these arms, sorry, and these legs that move, and they have a head. This also sometimes is missing, and they have a couple of accessories. So mine would have a backpack, which you would plug in here. It's missing, and I think like a weapon, maybe some kind of blaster or pistol or whatever. The crazy thing with this one, I don't know, is it a variant? Because I know that there are variants. For example, the donut was released with, you know, brown, so with a chocolate on it, and also with the icing in pink. So there's variants. Because the most often I see this one with actually black trousers and with, you know, more like beige boots, and actually with sleeves, with black sleeves. So black sleeves, black trousers, and then beige shoes. This one doesn't have any sleeves at all and has green and black. I've seen a couple now. I've like searched online for a while. Couple of pictures with taco terros that have this green and black, but those would also have green sleeves. So in itself, I think it is a variant, but then with these, I've never seen one that just has the bare arms. My guess is that someone just pulled the arms off of another figure, but because most of them have these bare arms, and I think they're all the same mold. And you could technically just get them out of their sockets there, and maybe someone did that, or the company just, in the factory, they decided for one batch they put him with the bare arms. I don't know, because like sleeveless. So it's a little bit strange. In any ways, it's a kind of unique one, I would say, that I have of this character. Of course, I couldn't resist and also pick up a couple of Star Wars toys. I mean, I was at first really like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling Star Wars that day. But then I found, together with actually a couple of ponies from the same vendor. So now it's not from Ed anymore, this is from someone else. This Gamorrean guard. And he's a vintage figure. So I'm collecting for Star Wars in this size, so 3 3/4 inch size, across all eras of Star Wars. So the vintage ones, the ones from the 90s, you know, the Power of the Force 2, and also the prequels, Clone Wars up until now, newer ones from the vintage collection, etc. Whatever I like. So, and this is a vintage Gamorrean guard from Return of the Jedi. So it's, you know, one of the guards in Jabba's palace. These big pig dudes. I was correct, he actually would come with an axe, but I'm not really into, I don't need any of the weapons for the Star Wars characters. And the reason why I was interested in him is actually because, like, the weekend before, I picked up this guy from a flea market. And this is a bootleg one. You don't see a lot of bootleg Star Wars figures. I mean, he will be in another video at one point. You probably have already forgotten that because it takes so long till my flea market videos come out. But so I was like, hey, cool, I've got this bootleg one. Let's get the real one. And it was just €7, so like totally fine for me. I have these two and they look good. It's always good to have at least two guarding something. So now I have this brown one, which is not a real one, and I have this one. So, and then I saw one of the other vendors had a big tub full with more, like, I want to say modern, because they were also like the Power of the Force 2 from the from the mid to late 90s, etc. So I picked up two characters that I've always wanted, or like, not this one always, but Savage Opress. Love this character. He is from the Clone Wars, so the animated series. He is the brother of, you maybe can guess, of Darth Maul. He is a Night brother from Dathomir, so where also the Night Sisters, so the witches, are located. And yeah, there's a whole storyline. I love this character. It's kind of tragic because he really is not a bad guy in the beginning. He really is not, but then he is like transformed through like the witch's magic, which is kind of the dark side of the Force, and into this like huge guy. He towers over everybody, and he can wield the Force then. And all about the dark side of the Force, and it's super interesting. His character has a lot to do with Darth Maul, has a lot to do with Ventress, one of my favorite characters, with Count Dooku, etc. And he looks so good. This figure is, I think, from 2012, so exactly in the Clone Wars line released. There were a couple of releases that looked very similar, but as he came with these two weapons, the first release was just with one weapon. The 2012 release was with these two weapons. So I guess this is from it. And also this strange little dice came. So he's totally complete. These type of figures are my favorite. They have really nice articulation. They look good. So, and I do love the Clone Wars. So the Clone Wars is still like my favorite piece of anything Star Wars. So very, very happy about Savage Press. And picked up this little dude, which is actually a girl. It's one of the Cantina alien characters from the very first Star Wars, 1977, A New Hope, but this figure is not from 1977. The figure was released in 98 for the first time, and then in 2006 or something again in the same mold, because they never did a like vintage figure of this character. It's just a background character in the cantina, so on Tatooine, with all of these crazy dudes. It's called Kabe or KB, I don't know how it's pronounced because the name is never said out loud in any piece of Star Wars. It's always, I think if it would have been the first release, I don't know, from 98, it would have come with another character, with the Moff Tark or whatever he is called, the white big dude. But this was kind of an early online exclusive, so I don't think, because it was released again on its own. This is the original weapon that came with both releases, so it's probably the release from 2006, where it was the same mold, a little bit painted a little bit differently. But yeah, so this is the only way I can have this figure, so there's not a vintage one of this character out there. But you're gonna love all of the crazy Cantina aliens, so when I saw this, like, interesting character, not very expensive because it's just a little guy, and as I said, it's actually a girl character, I wanted to have it. So I think that's all about the boy toys that I picked up. Let's get to some super girly stuff. One of my absolute favorite pickups that day, this Polly Pocket. Finally have Sweet Roses. This is like one of the, see-through Polly Pockets that were released in 1996, so a little bit later in the line already. Well, pretty late. So the original Polly Pocket line ran until 97. But like, they are kind of expensive. They're not rare, but what is rare about this is to find it with this little perfume topper here. So, and I'm not really a Polly Pocket collector who is like super into having everything like complete and all of that, but the outside needs to look good in my opinion. So without this thing, I did not want to buy it. So this is actually, it was on my list. There's not really a lot of Polly Pockets still on my list that I really want. So I've kind of really slowed down in Polly Pocket collecting, but this was one. Because I do have the others of this line. So I have the bubbly bath for the longest time, where inside this thing there's a little bubble blower. Maybe you remember last year I was crazy lucky at the flea market and found the Starshine Palace with this topper here, which is like a pendant. You can wear it around your necklace, around your neck, and put a doll in there. And I mean, apart from the Jewel Magic Ball, which is another set in this line, which we'll probably never have, this was the most wanted one for me. It looks like a roses. Yeah, it's called Sweet Roses or Polly's Crystal Perfume Compact, because in here you would put perfume. Because, I mean, this is always missing. It falls out super, super easy. You can open it up. It would be, you could mix perfume in there. Because this compact came with little, I mean, I don't know, with little powders that you can dissolve in water. And then you would have a perfume. We're like, smells good. And it's just not complete. I paid quite a lot for this, so more than I usually pay for Polly Pockets, but like it was definitely worth it for me because it had this piece. And on top of that, it's almost complete also on the inside. So it's one of these super, super like see-through and everything is like so beautiful. I don't know, I can't even like handle the beauty of this. Look at this these golden shiny bits and pieces. Has real mirrors in there. Then you have an extra piece that's often missing because it can break out here at these hinges. It's like a bed and little like I don't know, table and vanity here. But when it opens like this, it's like a hidden door that you could go through the other side. The downward piece here, it's like a little, you know, like lily pads and water and all of that. And when you would turn this thing, there is a little, can you see this one? A little fish that goes around. There it is again, goes under the bridge. This thing you can actually take out, is also missing very often. You can turn it upside down and you could put all of the flowers up there, which you can see later on. I will show them to you. And there's all these little holes here where you could put the flowers. And yes, I have 3 of the little flowers. So they're tiny. They're always missing, like always. There's actually 2 more. There would be 2 more. I think one pink, one more, and another color. I do have the Polly. She has this little in-depth here, and this is where you would also be able to put one of the flowers to make her carry it. And in all these places here, you would be able to put more of the flowers, so then it would look like a bouquet of flowers that you could also put it like this way around. And it actually would come with 2 of these little vases where you would also be able to put the flowers. Oh, by the way, I have one more. Here's the blue one. Sorry, then I'm actually just missing 1. Did I know this? I don't know. Some of them were like even hidden behind some pieces. So this is what you would be able to do. Then this has the same base as a Polly Pocket doll, so you can put it here. By the way, this is actually a little swing, so you could Polly on it and then it would swing back and forth. Underneath here, there's another little piece that I don't even know what it's meant to be. Even the Polly Pocket website that I use doesn't list this, but it's also a movable element. Maybe another fish or something. I don't know what that is. It's crazy. So I think I'm just missing 1 of these vases. There's a pink one. And I think 1 of these little flowers. And I would have been already happy with just the doll and this piece, but I mean, it was 50 euro, so I guess it was a good price. And this was the only Polly Pocket thing I picked up because I saw more Polly Pocket. They especially this Italian vendor, he had a lot of Polly Pocket compacts, but every single one of them I did have or didn't want, because like they had one of the Disney houses, which I was like, oh, it's Mulan. No, it's I don't know what I all said, but I think it was from Cinderella. So probably the best pickup of the day, because it was something that I really wanted. That was something that I would have also purchased online if I would have found it for an okay price with this topper, etc. So thumbs up for that. And from this lady, from this vendor, I also picked up a couple more things. For example, these two Care Bears. Oh, wait. This sword is not belonging to the Care Bears. Oh, almost forgot about this. This is from another vendor. The audio when I was filming there was not really good, so I don't know if you understood what I said. I was like, oh, is this actually something, because it says Taiwan. It looks like, is it a He-Man sword? Is it from She-Ra? Because it's pink, I was like, my brain like, it can't be from He-Man, right? So it must be from She-Ra, because I have one She-Ra that has a golden sword, but I know that there are two different She-Ras, that one of them at least has also a sword in pink, so it's like, I don't know, I'm just gonna get this. It was €2. Not really knowing if it's She-Ra. I guess it was She-Ra, but you know what? It is actually He-Man. He-Man at one point had this sword in pink. Prince Adam. It goes through the Prince Adam figure, so He-Man in his human form. But I will totally put it on my She-Ra doll, so whatever. Oh, I'd almost already forgotten about this. But I put it in the hand of these two Care Bears here. Yeah, I found two more of the vinyl or whatever posable little Care Bears. In terms of the plushies, I mean, you see one behind me, but I'm not so big into the Care Bears plushies because, you know, they take up a lot of space. These don't, and I have a little collection of them going on. And they're not really easy to find online in Germany for whatever reasons. I often search for them, but they don't even come up from German sellers. I don't know. Also very difficult because when I type in like Care Bears, figurines or whatever, always the newer ones come up because there's so many new ones. Also like the very like newest line done by Basic Fun, for example, etc. Or the Burger King ones, etc. So I don't know, it's not really easy to find them, but when I see them like in the wild, so at toy stores or here at the convention, couldn't say no, although the prices were a little steep for them this time. I'm used to prices around €10, like £8 I paid last time for some of them. Online I most often paid like €10. These were a little more, like 20 or 15, I don't remember. I think 20 even or something, I don't know. But as I bundled all of it like together with a Polly Pocket, and I picked up more from this vendor, so I got the prices somewhat down, but I really wanted them. We've got Grumpy Bear and we've got Good Luck Bear. So two new additions to my posable Care Bear figurines collection. They are obviously done by Kenner, early 80s, I think they're from 83, and they would come with little accessories that you would put them in their hands. I don't have any of those. I don't care. These are also like, this one especially has a little rub on the belly symbol here, and both of them have like rub on the nose. It's okay. I cleaned them as best as I could. There are a couple of like little dots still somewhere, but I love them. So two more Care Bears for my little Care Bears rainbow that I'm kind of building. Yeah, what else did I pick up from her? Yeah, right. This little My Little Pony box, which is from the second generation of My Little Pony, and it's actually from McDonald's. I knew that, so I was like actually kind of hesitant, like, do I really need to pick this up? Because this is something that I clearly at one point could find at the flea market for cheaper, but I have never. So sometimes you see the ponies that went to this McDonald's set, so it's from 1999. And I do actually have the pony that came with this. So these were crazy good, like McDonald's, like, you know, little toys back then. You've got this box and a pony together. So this is the pony that would come with it. Mine doesn't have the best hair. I could probably do better now, but whatever. I got it back when I wasn't pretty much that good with doing the hair. These are hard plastic little ponies, but they have mane and tail brushable. And it's supposed to be the same pony that's on here. You can see it, it's the same symbol. It's really cute. I mean, look at this. These sweets around here, sculpted, wonderful color, and this wonderful sticker in the middle, such good quality. At the back you can see it says McDonald's. So pick this one up, have the pony to it, and I'm happy, and I can already see that I have something, I put something in it, which is, haha, one of the other finds. Barbie shoes. Let me zoom in. At first I was like, when I found this little bag for €1 with a ton of Barbie shoes in it, I was like, oh, I don't think that there's many like sets of shoes, but they are. They're all sets. They're all 2 of the same ones, but a lot of the, you know, pumps were like hidden in some of these, boots. So you've got 1 pair of boots. Most of them are also vintage, so these are definitely 90s boots. Here we've got a pair for Ken, some trainers. Look like they could be from Great Shape Ken or something. I don't know what these go to. So these I don't know, but it's also a pair. Like classic ones for Ken in black. These are newer ones. These high heel sandals, also these. So not that interested in those, but I mean, they're pairs that I have here. So 2 of these and 2 of those. Also these I think are more modern, but at least it's a pair. Also these I think are modern because they have this at the back, these kind of this opening here. I think none of the vintage ones have this. And then the rest is like very, very nice ones. A pink pair, a very, very hot neon pink pair of the normal 90s heels. Also 1 in blue. So always nice to have them. Same as with these. So they are the ones that have a little bit of an... is it actually focusing? I hope so. A little bow. They're pearly. So really, really fun and cute ones. And the rest of them are 80s heels, which I really rarely find. So we have this like orange pair, and I'm questioning if these maybe came with peaches and cream, but I think it was even more orange. This is more coral. 1 in white, 1 pair, 1 in black, and then these see-through ones. So you can see that they are thinner and different shape than the bulky ones from the 90s. And these are glittery and see-through. And I'm very sure that these came from Crystal Barbie. I still don't have the doll. You saw her in the pamphlet just like a couple of minutes ago. I have the dress, I have the stole, and now I have the shoes. I just need the doll, but I will find her at the flea market at one point. I'm very sure about that. We had this little box and the shoes. And I think now we're gonna get to the pony adjacent toys because, I mean, and then really to the ponies that I picked up. Because this is not a pony, but it kind of goes with the vibe. What is this? This is a Snuggle Bums, or, I mean, it goes into the Snuggle Bums toy line. It's actually a Snuggle Pet because it's not one of the Snuggle Bums family. These 2 creatures behind me here, they are Snuggle Bums. They are these round, like balls or troll-like creatures that have little arms and feet, and they have these, kind of troll hair. Mama and Papa, they light up. They have a light up feature. The smaller ones have this squeaky feature when you would, move them, like. And there's a couple of others that are not really the children of Mama and Papa, etc., but they go into the toy line. They are Snuggle Bugs and Snuggle Pets, and this is one of the Snuggle Pets, so this is kind of like a dog of that family. Yeah, this one is called Lucky. There is, as I said, a purple one, so there are 2 variants of them. And it's not really variant, it's a different character, but it looks exactly the same, just with purple hair and more of a purple body. That's called Trusty. And yeah, that's all it is. It is kind of like a little dinosaur doggy creature with troll hair. lovely, lovely faces. It has a heart here. They all have a heart because you were like should put this. It's at the right side, but when you would like hug them, it would put it to your heart at the same side. So it's like heart to heart. This toy line had different names. For example, in Germany, it was called Knuffelbund, or Trolley Wollies or something in the Netherlands, etc. So, but Snugglebums is, you know, the English name, so to say. Really, really cute, good condition, except for a little, like the hairline is a little loose in some parts, but I don't want to really do anything about it. It's still fine. I'm not gonna brush it, but they came with brushes, so it's really meant to be like hair. Some of the others have a little more hair, but yeah, this little creature. And they were released by Play School and later on by MB, so a division of Hasbro, so to say, in 84, 85, so like mid-80s, early mid-80s, that's when this toy line ran. I've seen this one also with a little bit more of a pink body instead of peach, but I don't know if this is varied or this is discolored, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. It's very, very cute. So little Lucky here. And I think the last things are My Little Ponies, because I was so happy that I found some My Little Ponies that I wanted to buy that I didn't have. So all from different vendors. A G4, a G2, and 2 G1 ponies. I don't know, let's start, put them aside here. Let's start with the G4. Not super special, not a rare one of that line. It's from 2016, and it's probably, with this, it's probably the newest toy that I picked up that day. It's from the Pearlized Singles. And this is the character Seaswell. So it has these 2 dolphins, and I really like the Pearlized ponies. They came out with this line of Pearlized Singles in the Explore Equestria 3rd wave. So right before they kind of changed into the new body type. So this is still on the normal, like original G4 body. And I really like it because it's a new character. It's not one of the main 6. It's not your Applejack or your Rarity or whatever. It's another character. Oh my goodness, the hair was horrible on that one. I mean, seriously, this is the newest toy that I picked up, and I had the most work with this one. The hair was horrible. I mean, it looks fine now, but it's actually polypropylene. The worst type of polypropylene ever. And it was kind of, you know, curly, and like when you use super cheap polypropylene and try to make it curly, it's just a mess. I don't think that this was played with a lot, but it was just a whole mess. But I mean, it's fine now. I'm happy to have it. I'm just missing a couple of G4 ponies in this Pearlized version. I think I'm missing 2 of them. So one more, €5. Totally fine, and in the end I also like bundled a couple of things together. This vendor also had a couple of G2 ponies. Some really common ones like Ivy, etc. that I have. Some that were like I had seen quite often, but I was not necessarily wanted to pick it up, like Tipsy Tulip, for example. This one I had never seen, so I picked it up. It's called Junior. I think the back just said secret or whatever, but I think this person didn't really write everything down because it's from the secret surprise friends line. That's why it's a secret, whatever. It's not a secret. The pony is called Junior, and this is also not a baby bottle as I thought. Nope. it's a pencil, or pen. So this pony, like character-wise, is meant to be like a pony that really likes to go to school, etc. So little Streber, and yeah, has this pencil. That's why. The hair is actually cut. It would have longer hair. To me, it's still fine. There are ponies out there that have a little bit shorter hair, but in G2, not really. So I was kind of guessing. The tail is still fine. It's just the mane. And in the video I said it's missing the crystals. No, one of them, no, it's just super dark. There you can see. And also the other side has the gem, so the crystal in the eye. So they're not missing. The white ponies in G2 kind of tend all to yellow quite a lot. And I'm also not want to do anything about it. It's still fine for me. This pony is from 2001, so one of the later ponies, definitely European exclusive, because by this point there were no ponies in the US anymore. This line just lasted for a little bit longer on the European markets, was quite successful here, and especially, for example, in France, really successful. So with the 2001 release, this is a pony that is definitely exclusive to the European market, and one that I had never seen. It's definitely not one that you see very often. The Secret Surprise Friends line, or whatever they were called, was actually, there were quite a lot of these Secret Surprise Friends, for example, also in the very first wave, etc. But this was a different wave with different characters, and they all had this kind of pretty easy look. All of them just this one body color and one hair color that kind of matched the symbol. So they all look kind of monochromatic a little bit. And yeah, very happy to add another G2 pony to my collection. I'm not gonna rehair it. I hate rehairing G2s because it's very difficult to get the head really off. There is kind of because these heads can turn, so they have kind of an L-shaped plastic thing in there, which is so difficult to get out. I mean, rehairing might be okay. The tail is the problem because it sticks into the body, and yeah, I hate that. So I'm fine with leaving her that way. Or him, I don't even know, Junior. Is it a male character? I don't know. Because like in the second generation of My Little Pony, boy ponies had the same body molds as girl ponies. So you cannot distinguish. I would need to read the back card if it's a boy or a girl. And then two G1 ponies. Yeah, these were from the Italian vendor and somewhat pricey, but I wanted to pick up G1s. So I bite the bullet and paid the price, still bundled them a little together, so that maybe 15 and 30 or something like that. This is an Italian pony, and Italian ponies are not rare over here, totally not. So they were normally released in Germany and many European countries. Italian ponies are not exclusive to the Italian market. But this is a variant of butterscotch that I don't have. And there's actually like 7 Italian variants out there. This is like the first, like kind of the most common Italian variant, but even this one looks different enough to the normal butterscotch. I mean, you can see it has the same symbols, these butterflies, a little bit arranged a little bit differently. The body color is a little more orange. And obviously the hair color is different. This one has white hair, mine almost has gray hair. I don't know if that has changed over time, or it is actually a gray color kind of. And this one has the normal, light brown, blondish hair. Blue eyes, all Italian ponies have blue eyes, so there's no variation. They all have blue eyes. And mine had really bad eye rub off. Like the paint was rubbed off and I repainted it it's not the best. I'm not really good with repainting ponies' eyes, but I mean, it looks fine. Italian eyes always look a little bit wonky because sometimes they are placed at a pretty wrong space and then it looks wonky anyways, but this is the best I could do. It's a really cute one. The head is really loose. I think about gluing it a tiny bit so that it's not like look all the time. But yeah, I'm really into getting like variants of the first 6 ponies. So this is one of the original, main 6 ponies that were released. This one, for example, is a flat feet. So this is one of the super first released ones. So year 1, 82, 83 release, so 83. With this Italian variant, I have no idea when they were released directly, but definitely a very early pony. Let's say they were released then in 83, 84, around that time. And you see Italian variants pretty often here, but not necessarily of the first 6 ponies. So that's why I was like, I want to have this pony, it's one I don't have, and I'm gonna pay the price. But then I saw that there was not just this pony that is the one that I didn't have, because all of the others I did have. Also the sea pony. This is Seashore, no wait, yeah, Seashore, correct name. And I was like, oh, I didn't, when I first saw it, oh, I have it, blah, blah, blah. But no, this is the one I have. It's the same pose, and it's also yellow, but this is Misty and this is Seashore. They're both from the watercolor baby sea ponies, so they have these kind of a little bit translucent bodies and this kind of, you know, yarn type of hair that would change in hot and cold water, same as the body would do. For this one, it doesn't work anymore. I tried it, it doesn't change, neither the hair nor the body, but it's still, it's in good condition. So there's nothing, there's no mold on the inside, you can see through it. And yeah, it is a different pony, so way lighter. The fins have different colors, and obviously there's different eye colors, so it's a different character, but from the same line. By the way, this is the only baby sea pony line that was released in Europe. So there's none of the original baby sea ponies, not the pretty and pearly baby sea ponies or whatever. The only ones that were released in Europe were, or at least in Germany, I don't know about every European country, but are the watercolor baby sea ponies from year 6, so from 87, 88. I actually do have his little comb, so this is the blue fish comb that would go to this pony. I don't have the floaty. If it would have had a floaty, something like this is from the other pony, you know, you would put it in, then you could float in the water, and it's also very much better to display them like this, because like this, you know, you cannot stand it up really well. But if it would have had the floaty, it would have been way more expensive, because this was 15 to begin with, which I think it's an okay price for a pony that I don't have. So yeah, here, not that easy. Okay, I think that's it. Oh wait, this butterscotch also came with this comb, a normal G1 My Little Pony comb from the first 6 ponies, an original comb, and butterscotch came with a pink one, so it could very well be the correct comb to this pony, but I have no clue if the Italian variant really came with this. I have never seen an Italian variant on card, so I cannot verify. I have tried to find out, because Italian ponies sometimes came with different colors or even completely different combs, so I cannot tell. But it's nice to have one of those again. It could also just be the one from the Pretty Parlor, because this color is pretty common. So, and well, the very last thing that I picked up, I mean, apart from that, actually the very last thing was this game here, but were these strange My Little Pony cardboard pieces. I had no idea what they were when I first saw them. I did not really did a good job with filming them, but you can see them here. I will show them a little bit up close. I even asked the seller what they actually are, and he said like they are cup holders. So they have these like red, I don't know what this is, at the back, and you can kind of make them, you know, fold like this. But hey, this is not the size of a cup holder. I thought, okay, it makes sense. When it would fold up into a bigger thing, you could maybe put a hot cup of whatever in it and then drink out of it to not have the, you know, hot beverage, whatever on your hands. You have a cover or something. But that's clearly not what it is. It's way too small. So I guess these are just, you know, kind of birthday toppers for the like table or whatever. You could maybe put in, I don't know, a napkin, or I really don't know. But why did I pick them up? I mean, A, it's G1 My Little Pony, and can you read this? It says Pequeno Pony. It is in Portuguese, and this is from Brazil. So these are from Brazil. There's always like two flutter ponies in here, and then 2 other ponies, 2 earth ponies. Crazy enough, they're not specific ponies. They don't have any symbols. So this could be Posy, but this, I don't know, blue pony with a yellow mane, and also these flutter ponies, they don't have symbols, so they're not specific flutter ponies. They are definitely from Brazil because they have written on here Estrella design. Estrella is, well, a toy company that did the license of My Little Pony in Brazil. So they are definitely also Brazilian ponies, crazy variants, etc. And these things were also from Brazil. Whatever they are, as I said, they are just for the birthday table or something to put in some little gifts for the children or whatever, some sweets. I have really no clue. If you know for a fact what they were clearly meant to be, I would be happy to find out. I picked up 2 of these packs, one for me, and I will probably give one to my friend Cotton Candy Kittens. She was not there with me. I'm sure she would have loved it there. And they were €10 each, which is like, yeah, €10 for cardboard things. But this is something that she clearly does not have. She has so many things, like so much stuff that I never know what she doesn't have. I want to pick up doubles for her or something. But like this was like, I'm very sure she doesn't have these Brazilian paper cutouts. So that's why I picked up another pair. Yeah. And now my table is full of amazing stuff. So, woo. Kind of crazy. What do you think? Did I kind of overdo it? There was so much stuff. I was like entertained the freaking whole day because I was at first not really sure. Can I really spend the whole day there? Well, I could. I spent so much time digging in all the boxes. I mean, obviously, I just filmed a small part of that. I was like going through all the toy fair catalogs, and it was so fun. Obviously, also meeting people, and like we don't have anything like similar over here in like more my region of Germany. Berlin is more in the east of Germany, so I will probably always have to go more to the west when I want to attend these amazing like vintage, retro, toy, whatever shows, conventions. So because I found out there's actually another one. It's not specifically toys, but it's called Marché Noir. It's also fashion and vinyl and games and stuff like that, but also toys. That's also over there in the Ruhrgebiet, so in the Ruhr area. So whatever. I'm so happy that I went to the Toyplosion. I will definitely make sure to go there next year again if it happens. I'm pretty sure it was really successful for them, this convention, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it next year again. So I will be there for sure. Whew. So I hope you enjoyed the toy hunting part and also the haul here. So if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you want, comment down below, and don't forget, if you're not subscribed, that definitely helps you to find my channel again. And if you even click the notification bell, then you will get an extra notification when my new video pops up. So that definitely helps you and me if you're subscribed. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you real soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye.